to go ahead and patina the sheet. We want to make sure it's clean. I taped off a couple different areas. I'm going to do different techniques. But patinaing a sheet is very, it's like art, it's like painting. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm going to show some real basic techniques and some ideas, but we're not going to get too specific into a lot of the variables of the patina. We're going to use a cupric sulfate solution, which reacts basically pretty instantly with zinc. You can use it straight, concentrate the way it is, which will get it pretty much to a dark gray to a black. Or if you want to go lighter grays, you can dilute it down with water. But there's also variables of how long you let it on, leave it on there, and the temperature of the zinc in which you're applying it to. We're going to start. I'm just going to brush this one on in the hammered areas. Depending on the way you apply it, I mean, if you brush it, you might have brush marks, but I'm going to go over a couple different ways of getting different looks. And I'm just going to apply it right to the edges. And if you mess up or you don't like it or it's too dark, you can always wait till it dries and buff it back off and start over again. And this is probably almost a 60% cupric sulfate to about 40% water. But you can play with the concentrations until you see what you like. It's good to sometimes not let the patina dry out, so you can cover it with like saran wrap, and that'll help lock in and let the chemicals react to the zinc. Now I put the solution into a spray bottle, and I diluted it down a little more, and I'm just going to spray it onto this area of the sheet, and we'll get a little bit different of a look. It'll be more splattered. Technique. And I'll let that just sit there. And like I said earlier, you could cover the patina in a saran wrap. It might smear it out a little bit, but it also might, it lets it not dry out as fast. You can let that sit for a couple hours. Okay, so now I just put the solution into this paintbrush. It's like a little faux spongy brush, and I'm going to try using that to get different look. And another technique you can do is you can add sawdust to the sheet, and that'll help pull back some of the patina and leave it a more speckled look. Okay, now I'm going to put the patina on and buff it in with the buffer, which gives it a little bit another different look. I'm going to keep diluting it down so it's a little bit lighter this time. can start it by hand maybe. You can just rub it in. And if you want a lighter gray, just leave it like that, or keep diluting the solution. So 1 8-ounce bottle can do 1 sheet, or it can do 10 sheets depending on how much patina you want. So I'm just going to take this. This will pull it off back a little bit, but it also works it into the metal pretty good. Okay, now we've finished, waited a day on the patinas, and these are the patinas the day after. The patinas are very fragile after now because they can somewhat wipe off or scratch very easily, so you need to seal them to kind of protect them and lock them in. So this is the first one that we just basically brushed on. And then this is the one that we used a spray bottle on. Here's the roller one. And this is the one that we used to buff in. And this is the area we just left, which is just regular zinc. And we'll seal that in just like that. Okay, now we're ready to seal the zinc. So I'm just going to use this can of sealer that you want to spray on fairly lightly, and you want to do about 3 coats. You can follow the directions, and that'll prevent the patina from wiping off. Okay, and here's the finished desk that we started with the different patinas on it. And this is after 3 coats of sealer.